Have you ever noticed, my friends, that you cannot imagine what you don't believe? For example, if you believe that you aren't worthy and therefore you can't have the car, the house, the relationship, then you are right and you can't even imagine it. My name, what they call me, is Mr. Zazoo. There's no names where I come from. It's different. And today that is what I am talking to you about. So, the real question and today's secret, my friends, is how do you break your inability to imagine when you have a limitation? There are a couple of ways to do it. One is use your new tool, that AI. Tell it to write a story in which you are completely worthy and you get the house. Tell it to write a story and put in what you want. It can imagine it up in that sense. Not the way you can, but it can create it, dictate it, write it, whatever you want. And it starts to give you ideas. Try doing that for 7 days. She can hear me and she says, oh, I like that. I'm going to put that into a class. It is a very good structured idea. There's one way to break that imagination. A second way, work with your beliefs, break your beliefs. That is, you're going to say easier said than done. I'm going to say she, the body, my friend, she has 10 ways to break beliefs. So it can be done. Perhaps you need a class on 10, she calls it belief busting, her belief busting techniques. And they work. There's 10 of them. One has to resonate and break that belief for you. Now you have 2 ways to use that imagination. Number 3, here's one more for you. Start to let go of the belief. I know it sounds silly. Start to let go of your inability. So here's what happens. Let me back up a step. You don't feel worthy, and you don't like that you don't feel worthy, and you wish that you felt worthy, and it bothers you that you don't feel worthy. And do you see how it is sort of building up more and more resistance? So let the resistance go. Let yourself just acknowledge that you don't feel worthy. And just let it be there for a change, my friends. Notice yourself and imagine something different. Imagine yourself becoming a little bigger and a little bigger. Maybe with every breath, blow yourself up in your imagination like a balloon or something similar, so that you get bigger and bigger than your resistance, than the part of you in my example that doesn't feel worthy. Don't try to change the worthy, because when you do, that builds up the resistance. Let it be. Let yourself be bigger, because after all, my friends, you are bigger. This is a way of using some backdoors to be more intentional than your lack of imagination. When you have intent, my friends, I've talked about intent and what it is. Now I'm going to tell you that you should watch a previous recording of mine, because I did a brilliant job of talking about intent, unless it was an advanced class. I'm not sure, but you should look for it, because intent, there is a huge secret. Intent is a power that you have available to you that goes beyond who you are. It goes beyond what you are, that I am. which is really everything you are. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond yourself. If you want, you can say your intent goes all the way to God, or the Creator, or the universe, whatever word you like that makes you happy, my friend. That's not important, what makes you happy. What's important is taking this tool, using that intent, and finding your back door to imagine. Because then, my friends, when you have imagination, you have another tool that's going to allow you to use who you are, to command your reality, to experience more of what you want to experience, to feel more the way you want to feel, and more importantly, to be more of who you want to be. When you are being what you are, you will find that who you are is a lot easier to bring along. But if you are working at the level of who you are, use your imagination. If your imagination isn't quite working for you, use AI. If your imagination isn't quite working for you, you need more of my secret tool, intent. Use intent. That is not something that is available, widely spread throughout the universe. It is something that is not solely unique, but fairly unique here for you on this planet, on your experiential gender flow system. You call it life, that's what I call it, because you have one experience after another. And if you want those experiences to be more fantastic, imagine them so. And if you can't imagine, intend it. Until next time, my friends.